Hey everybody, welcome back. So I kind of messed up on the last part with explaining what the sandpaper is supposed to be like. I'm not exactly good explaining things. So this is what I meant. This is a grit 120. So this grade is what you're going to be using on paint, generally just to kick it up a bit to where you can actually, when you're adding a new layer of paint, it starts to adhere. It's much better. You'd be using an 80 to a 90 if you wanted to start really hitting paint hard. It's a bit excessive though, you don't need to. You can just use a paint scraper and get up some spots and then just throw on another coat of paint. So the lower the number, the more coarse it is. The higher the number, the more smooth and fine-tuned it is. To say the least, fine-tuned. So that's just one example of a 120. There's a 1500 one. Generally, you don't need 1500s and or this other one 3000s unless these are for the very end of a project type of thing, like the very end of having what you want be made before you put on all the final touches and all that. These are just to make the wood smooth. You realistically don't need these. 120s are generally fine enough to make things smooth. It's considered the utility one. It's used for mostly everything. So yeah, I didn't have any examples of 90s. Sadly, I wanted to show off a 90, but it was attached to a belt sander, and I didn't feel like taking it off because it's a pain to take off and replace. So yeah. So once you're done paint scraping. Fuck. Why that bitch left me. Fuck. For time. Can't even just have a single conversation without sounding like a jackass.